All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to start off tonight's race video. I found a clip on the 1984 Diamondback catalog. So I figured, oh, you know what? Let's take a look. It's a good warm up for for tonight's race video. Let's take a look.
To 1984, the golden era for BMX.
So the real old school stuff. Okay, let's stop really quick because I remember this ad. I always like the way they put the Viper in there, man. They give it that whole snake look to kind of make it look so realistic. And I think that's a Diamondback Viper. The one thing about Diamondbacks I always noticed is their handlebars were really, really small. So if you got a Diamondback stock out of the bike shop, probably the first thing you were going to do is switch the handlebars out, unless of course you had like a Diamondback Turbo or something. Let's keep going.
Diamondback, a brand known for pushing the boundaries of performance, style, and innovation.
Let's turn it up a little bit here.
Their 1984 catalog was more than just a product guide. It was a reflection of the BMX scene, showcasing bikes that became icons for riders of all kinds, from weekend warriors to pro racers. And central to
all right, there's the great Harry Larry. So that looks like a silver streak right there next to Harry. And if you look, I love the Diamondback forks. If you look really close, you can see how it has the diamond cut out right there in the dropouts where the wheels would go in. That looks really cool. And now it's 1984, so you notice the gusset on the Diamondback is much smaller now than it was on like the earlier 80s models, and the diamond is a lot more smaller too. I know that's probably put there for probably to reduce weight, but honestly, I like the way the bigger diamond looked. But they had to make it a little bit more modern because things were changing.
With BMX excellence. The 1984 catalog was packed with a lineup.
See the handlebars, guys? This is what I'm talking about. Look at the size of the handlebars on that silver streak there. Now these are obviously for smaller riders, but those handlebars look ridiculously tiny. Let's keep going.
Become legends in the BMX community.
It had one-piece cranks on there. So the Viper is definitely the entry-level bike. That explains why it's... that's why it explains the small handlebars.
Trying out new tricks, the Viper had your back. And with its more affordable price point, it was accessible to a wide...
If you look at the very top corner here, you may not be able to see it, but it says, absolutely the best entry-level bike on the market today. That was a quote from Eddie King, Diamondback Factory Pro. The Viper is the #1 selling bike in the Diamondback lineup. It's easy to see why. Diamondback's famous quality, handling, and styling are all here at a price that you can't beat. I won't keep reading, but this bike must have been around a $199 range, so it really wasn't that expensive.
The Pacer 500 was designed for BMX.
Oh, Pacer 500. I've never even heard of this one.
To their high-end models, making it accessible to riders who are getting into the sport without compromising too much on
That's kind of cool. I mean, it looks...
The
Oh, here we go.
With a geometry optimized for racing in a cliff.
Okay, now the Formula One, again, it still looks like it's geared for a smaller rider. And here we go. This is the top of the heap right now. So the Diamondback Harry Larry Turbo. There is a lot of controversy about this bike now that I've done the podcast and talked to several different people about the Harry Larry Turbo. This has always been one of my favorite bikes. I always thought it was one of the most beautiful stock bikes you can get. My cousin James definitely had this particular model, and I always just thought it was a very, very cool bike. But let's keep going.
A signature model named after the BMX legend himself. This bike was the crown jewel of Diamondback's racing lineup, packed with high-end.
It looks so small to me now. Back then, it just looked like a full-size pro bike, you know.
To ride like a pro, the Harry Leary Turbo was the bike to get. One of the most iconic figures to represent Diamondback was none other than Harry Leary, who wasn't just a rider. He was a pioneer, a leader, and an inspiration. He helped push the sport into the mainstream and inspired countless young riders to pick up a bike and chase their dreams.
That's really cool. So we'll stop it there. So that was a really cool video. Good place to start. All right, let's move on to something else. All right, we're going to stick to the Diamondback theme for a quick second, guys. I found a 1984 Diamondback Formula One build, and it's this gentleman's channel is Jim Ed Hardaway. This is really cool. I was watching his build, and I go, man, this is super interesting. So what we're going to do is subscribe to his channel because it's really freaking cool, and I'll be watching it later. But anyway, I didn't want to steal his entire video, so I'm just going to show the final product of this Diamondback Formula One. that he built. And basically, he just started with the frame and forks. He was stickering it up the whole 9 yards. And then here's what it looks like as a completed product. That is super clean, man. I love his garage. Look at that bike with the banana seat right there. That's freaking cool. Okay, so he's got the Haro 1B, Series 1B plate, the giant number 1 on there. Jim Ed's Bike Shop sticker, and you got the Pork Chop BMX sticker. Cobra Kai. He's got the Diamondback Diacomp sticker on there with the old school boom box. Garage. Oh, whoa, that's a whole garage. That was a trip. All right, so check it out, man. This build is totally awesome. Look at the finish on this. This is from 1984, guys. It's got Skyway Tough 2s on there, Diacomp brakes. I love the blue washers. Diacomp Tech 3 brakes. Amy tries. That seat looks like it's not a repop. It looks like a Survivor. When you look close at the frame itself, it's not re-chromed or anything. There's tiny little scratches and things in it, but it doesn't matter because the bike came out damn near perfect. And look at the cranks, they're not repops. This is all original. The only thing I seen him buy brand new, because I didn't watch the whole video, but the Welgo pedals, the first ones were the wrong size. So those were repops. Oh, look at the pads. Kenda K44 knobby dirt tires. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think I would have went with a Comp 3 or a Comp 2, but those knobbies look really sick, so it's a great choice. Oh, he's got the ABA stickers on there too, American Bicycle Association. Those are CW handlebars, and it has a... Normally when I would have CW handlebars, I went with a 09 number plate because I like to wrap it around the top, but that plate does look pretty cool. Now this stem, this MX2 stem, I literally broke one of these, and it wasn't a... it may not have been this particular brand, but it was a knockoff version of it, so it looked exactly like this. I was in Merced, California. They had a big set of doubles on the last straightaway, and I was like trying to jump them. Even my dad, my mom were like, yeah, just jump them. You can jump them. And so I jumped them, no problem. Cleared them a couple times during practice. And I was getting pumped up. So I came at him about the third or fourth time, and I definitely didn't have enough speed. My confidence level was a little bit high. And so I cased the second jump with my front wheel, believe it or not. And when my front wheel clipped it, it snapped that stem in half. So right where you see where the top part bolts down, it broke right in half, right where that little seam is. It was crazy. I've never broke a stem before, so I think that thing was just pure aluminum is what it was. Wow, I love this. I don't know if those are CW bars, but they definitely look like it. Look at this build, guys. Let's just take it in one more time. This is the Diamondback Formula One 1984. And again, this gentleman's channel is Jim Ed Hardaway. Great channel. I already subscribed. Let's move on to something else. Oh man, I'm finding all kinds of bikes. I was supposed to be looking at races, guys, but sometimes I just fall down rabbit holes. This happens a lot in the middle of the night. I'll just start looking at random videos. This one is coming from BMX Gen X Bikes. That's the channel. This is an original, so it's Gen X Bikes is the channel, excuse me. This is an original 1982 Diamondback Silver Streak. So this does not look like a restored bike. This just looks like a Survivor. Because all the parts on here is exactly what you would have expected to see back in 82. And I love this frame, man. I know this is a really mass-produced bicycle. But oh, wow, check it out. It's got the original sticker from the bike shop in there. I think it said Novato or something like in there. Wow, look at the stickers, man. I love that little glitter look on those, the little reflector look. The MX, the Diacomp MX levers that look like the Haro levers. I had a set of those. And these Diamondback tires that look like Comp 2s. I had a set of these on my first, one of my first original BMX bikes. So that's really cool to see this. The fluted seat post, the Aero seat. Check out the big Oakley grips. That is a gem right there. Wherever he got this bike, that's pretty freaking amazing. Take a look at that. There's a lot of bikes in the background too, but we're just focusing on this one right now. This is a very, very cool build. The one-piece cranks. There it is, Novato Cyclery. Wow. Check out the pedals, original Diamondback pedals, guys. This thing is amazing. It says Diamondback in the back instead of Cashamax. I love that. Yeah, back in '82, if I would have had one of these, I would have been super, super happy to have this bike. A lot of kids had them. They were really popular. They were also popular at the racetrack. A lot of kids were racing them. I would think when you saw guys getting up there in the older expert classes, you would see a lot of GTs, Pattersons, things like that. I was from NorCal, so hey, look at that's my magazine review. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, now we just looked at a box stock 1982 Diamondback Silver Streak. So this is the same exact bike, but this is a custom build. So this is also a 1982 Diamondback Silver Streak, but this is how we got down, guys. Like if back in the 80s, you would start off, even if you didn't buy a bike complete. I'm sorry, even if you didn't piece the bike together yourself. In other words, buy the frame and fork and just build from there. If you started with a bike that was already completed, and that was your platform to start with, and then with Diamondback, virtually everything fit, so you can start to interchange parts and change things around. And so even though this is not a stock bike and probably doesn't have the value of that stock one, it is ultra cool. And this is Man Waring's world famous models. That's his channel. This thing was made 5 years ago. Again, but this is a very, very cool build. I love the color combinations. Look at the gold and the blue anodized bars. Looks super dope. That number plate's trippy. Is that a Sonic number plate? No, Super X. Never even heard of that one, but that's pretty badass. The numbers are actually snakes. Wow, that's awesome. Those pads are freaking awesome. I love it. Oh, that's an original Diamondback stem. I can tell right away, even with the pad on it.
It's a uni gooseneck. I don't know if you guys remember the brand Uni.
Oh, he says it's a uni gooseneck. Okay.
Back in the days, old new stuff.
He's got a Tangy headset, all anodized in blue. The gold rims are popping. Those look like a Reyes 7Xs. Oh no, they're not. Allen's Custom Wheels. Oh, he had them built.
Handmade custom wheels.
Blue Comp 3s.
Got the Comp 3 blue tires on it. Very Larry pads.
That gold seat clamp against that blue seat post is freaking awesome. I love it.
Down here. These are original stickers.
Oh, the original stickers are on there still. They're a little chewed up, but that's cool that they're the originals.
Titanium.
That is awesome looking. I wanted to see the pedals, but he hasn't really focused in on those quite yet.
Diamondback. Original Diamondback.
Diaclamp seat clamp. I have one of those on my Skyway.
Dicomp MX clamshell seat clamp.
Look at the brake setup, man. It's
Dicomp
beautiful.
brakes.
All his anodized parts match pretty well. It's really hard to match parts, especially nowadays. I think in the 80s it was a little bit easier because everything was pretty standard color. You got your blue, your golds, your reds. So everything kind of like matched pretty easy.
Freewheel.
Elite freewheel. The chain is modern.
Tensioners.
He's got the SE chain tensioners on there. Oh, listen to the freewheel.
4 points of engagement on the freewheel.
He's got a modern freewheel on there. Tioga Spider
Tioga Spider.
with the one-piece crankers.
That's an MX.
I'd love to see some redline flights on that. I think that would take it to the next level. I get why you did the one-piece cranks. Megabyte pedal.
Got the Hutch bear traps on there. You guys have probably never seen one of these.
That yellow Cashamax seat is bitchin'. Oh, Renthal seat post. I love that blue finish on it, man.
Brand new. Old stock.
Oh, old stock. Okay, brand new. Oh, I love how it says Cashmax in the back. I love it. All right, guys, let's move on to another build. This one was amazing. Again, check them out. Man Waring's world famous models. That's a really, really cool build. Let's move on. Now, guys, I'm a BMX racer. I'm not really into the big bike thing, the bike life thing, but I can appreciate how cool they are. And this says right here, this is on a channel called Fat Lip BMX, which I'm going to subscribe to this one because this one's really cool. And anyway, this is Scarface from Ghetto Boys adds another BMX bike to his collection, a 26-inch Diamondback. Now, I was taking a look at the bike just for a second, and the bike is fully custom built. But if you take a look at it when he brings it off the truck, it is just a work of art. You can see his reaction. He's very excited. He mentioned in the video that they built him GT as well, a GT Anniversary Edition. But look at this build, man. Now, again, I'm not a big bike guy, but I would absolutely ride that Diamondback. I would ride that all around the neighborhood. That thing is nasty. Custom like Redline style V-line handlebars on there, and it is just very, very cool. Now he's going to ride it around a little bit. I'm just going to fast forward a little so we can get another look at the bike, and here's what it looks like, the finished product. I love the Comp 3 look with the gum wall tires, the original Diamondback stickers. This is a total complete custom one-off build. Looks like it's got like the Mongoose Pro Class wheels on it. That thing is just amazing. I stopped to look at this. I didn't know if I was going to actually record it. But then as I started looking at it, I'm like, wow, man. I love that old Diamondback style look. And so if you take a look, as I'll fast forward just a little bit, and we'll go into the shop itself. And again, this is called Fat Lip BMX. I definitely think you guys should go to the channel, take a look at it. Like I said, I subscribe, so I'm definitely going to deep dive his channel when I'm done recording. But for right now, you know, I got to record my own stuff. So let's fast forward just a little bit more. And then here's a shot of the shop. Look at all these parts, guys. I think I would lose my mind walking around a shop like that and then just look at all the products. He's got frames hanging right above his head, and that's what you would expect to see, you know, back in the 80s. You know, you walk into a bike shop and the frames were all hanging up like that. The seats are hanging up. He's got handlebars. All the parts are in the back, behind the counter. Virtually everything you could possibly want is right there in the shop. So again, take a look at it. Fat Lip USA BMX. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's move on, guys. All right, we're moving on, guys. We're looking. This is Todd, the bike guy. Now, this one already subscribed to this channel. This guy has the trickiest stuff. Like, he's got an Andy Patterson JMC. He's got the Daryl Young JMC. I've seen all these different builds on his channel, and now he's got the 83 VDC Changa Long old school 80s BMX build. Again, Todd, the bike guy on YouTube. This is a great build. All of his stuff is super dope. There's like, I've never looked at one of his bikes and was like, why did you do that? Everything is just amazing. Now, VDC, I'm not too familiar with VDC, but I did see, I believe, I want to say that while we were at Dirty Fest, I want to say, who was riding one? I know somebody was racing one of these. Oh man, I can't remember, because I remember seeing somebody race one of these. Man, I can't remember, guys, now. But check out the triple chrome on this bike is ridiculous. That Cashmax seat. Those, I don't know if those are, I don't know what cranks those are. I should probably just let this video play out. They look like there might be Hutch. Oh wow, he said there's only 1,000 of these.
And he said there's 25 freestylers, about 600 standard Chengas.
There's only about 600 standards.
You know, just over 300. About 375 left for both chimps.
I know this is going to sound silly, guys, but when you see Comp 3s with the gum wall against a chrome rim, there's very few things that look that cool, in my opinion.
24-inch and the Changa Long. So safe to assume there's probably 150 of these things, maybe. Somewhere in that ballpark, I would guess.
So anyway, let me show
Man,
you.
if it could be chromed, it was chromed on this thing.
Everything on this bike is original 1980s.
Oh, no
The tires
repops.
on it are repops, but I have.
Oh, the
actually,
tires are repops. Okay.
Original tires for it, which will be going on here in the next week or two when I get the time. But anyway, let's.
Jeremy McGrath. Jeremy McGrath. I think he was the one riding the VDC. Okay, okay. I knew I'd remember.
Just talk about it. I'll show you the stuff that's on it. We'll start from the front this time.
Oh, look at the Haro plate.
Original Oakley B1Bs.
Oh, guys.
NOS,
Those
not repops,
stupid
from
grips
the 80s.
are worth so much money. People are buying the big bikes or the SE bikes that come with those Oakley B1Bs, remove the grips and sell them for a huge profit. I've only owned those grips, I think, twice. They were kind of pricey even in the 80s. That's why I usually went with the Amy grips. Because plus I just love the Amy grips.
So I have a original, it was NOS when I opened it, Haro circuit board plate.
Oh, the circuit board. Look at the numbers aren't stickers. They snap on.
Brand new still. So go down here. We have the Tangy headlock with a Tangy headset as well. Odd thing about these things, they
Unique frame, I gotta say. I don't know a whole lot about VDC. I've just I can appreciate how beautiful that thing is, and I remember seeing them in magazines somewhat. But this is an excellent build, and this guy's bikes. This is just an example of one of his bikes. All of his stuff is super awesome. All right, let's move on, guys. All right, let's move on to GT. So now I'm on Homemade TV on YouTube. This is Old School BMX Pro 1982. So we're looking at an 82 GT. Let's go. Oh man. Oh well, okay. So those Mohawk hubs, I think those are newer than 82. I think that's more of a 90s thing. I could be completely wrong, but who cares? It looks badass. Oh, look at the GT cranks, guys. Got the GT Spider on there, Pro Neck sprocket. Look at the original GT pedals, though. So the bike's a little mismatched with parts, but again, I'm not a purist, so I don't care if it looks cool. I just roll with it. That seat definitely is old school. It's stamped GT BMX. The handlebars look like they're almost from kind of a freestyle bike, but it looks really cool. Oh, look at the back. You can see the serial number on there. We'll turn the music down a little bit. I saw some examples of some early 80s GT bikes while we were at Dirty Fest. As a matter of fact, I talked to a couple guys. It's if you go to my review of Dirty Fest 5, or 4, excuse me, I was talking to a couple gentlemen that had original 82 GTs. They were just riding around. They weren't racing them, but they were riding around with them, and I was definitely checking those out. So again, this bike's a little mismatched, but in a way, I love it because it's probably totally rideable. I like it. It's awesome. I love the GT pads on this, by the way, too. And this channel, again, is Homemade TV. That's pretty awesome. This was made about 7 years ago. Let's move on. Oh, man, I found this one. Now, this is from GT Bicycles, but this is 13 years ago, and it is a GT Speed Series Carbon. So I know we're looking at really old school bikes, but this thing is so freaking awesome that I just wanted to review it really quick. Again, this is 13 years ago, but if you look at these bikes, wow, they're just a freaking amazing. Man, I hope GT comes back, guys. That's all I could say. Let's take a look at this video.
It's a lot, but the Speed Series Alloy, a lot of the riders were happy with the way it accelerated and the characteristics of it coming out of the gate. So we didn't want to go too far off.
And me being a smaller person, I was kind of worried about it being too stiff out of the gate and me not liking it, but it turned out to be really good. I felt like I can just lay down the hammer and just get that power going and start getting to the first turn.
Well, one of the features is this tapered head tube, which we use an
Oh my God, guys, look at that.
And a 1.5 inch bearing at the bottom, and that allows us to use it to make a completely carbon fork, including the steer.
I love the gold and get that bike's all murdered out except for the gold.
On the bottom, allows us to
That's
design a
dope.
fork that distributes the forces more, so we're able to make an extremely light fork and extremely strong. Your chain adjustments integrated in with the dropout, It's essentially a vertical dropout.
Look at the
that you can
dropouts
adjust,
vertical, guys. You
and
put
that allows you
that is
to,
strange.
remove and install your tire each time without having to reset your adjustment and alignment.
Like I said, I love the old school stuff, man, but I also love the new stuff too. So I think the new stuff is just ultra freaking Formula One racing now. So it's pretty awesome. Let's go. That white looks freaking beautiful. There's the aluminum ones too. Man, I don't know, guys. Oh, that was cool, Mikey Day. Let's go. Those GT colors are sweet. Anyway, guys, that was 13 years ago, man. What do we have again? This is the, well, it's not going to let me go back, but take a look at this video when you get a chance. Again, this is coming from, let's take a look. It's just the GT Bicycles page on YouTube, GT Speed Series Carbon. It's, again, 13 years old, but, I mean, take a look at that. That is freaking awesome. All right, let's move on to something else, guys. Guys, I got so wrapped up at looking at bikes, I realized I better start looking at some races. That's what people come to see. We're at the Stars and Stripes National. This looks like it was this year. This was only dropped about a month ago. This is Men's Pro Day 1. I love looking at the new stuff too, guys. So let's take a look at one of these races.
Let's direct your attention to the top of the hill right here, right now.
Zachary Van Kamen.
You know who we got getting ready to come your way.
That is one big man.
Another one of the cool kids. How about Zachary Van Kamen coming your way? The Daylight Rider out of
Joshua McLean.
Big Joshua McLean.
Dude, the Daylight stuff is so clean. The kits.
How about Jay Smith?
Jeremy Smith.
Smith is in the house out of FLA.
Oh, guys, how much do you love the Huffy stuff now? I never thought I would say that, but I love the Huffy stuff. Ethan Popovich. Mr. Drew Polk, send it. Cameron Bramer. Scavin Stazetsky.
He's running the 676 bike. How about Gavin Stazetsky?
I'm so envious when I see these guys. Cameron Larson. Factory Answer. I watch Cameron all the time on TikTok too. I love his stuff. All right, let's take a look. Stars and Stripes Nationals, USA BMX, Akron, Ohio. Let's take a look. Let's go, boys. Oh, let's go. Oh, McLean got a good pop. Smith pulling in second. Oh, looks like Cameron's going to get into third. Yeah, he's got it. Okay. Oh, McLean's about to check out, though. Let's go. Oh, can Smith get on? Can Smith get in? Let's see. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he's going for it. Let's see. Oh, McLean holds on. Woo! That was a great round. Let's go on to something else. All right, guys. We just looked at a race from 2026, and just in my whole fashion and my whole style of doing videos, I'm like all over the freaking place, and I apologize for that. But this is Andy Patterson winning the 1983 European Championship, Dijon, France, and this is on stuntebiker.com. So this video, I just want to say something. The quality of the video is not the best. Let's face it, it's 1983. This is an old camcorder. but you can barely see it. But what I want you guys to pay attention to is the crowd. So this is in 1983. The crowd is loud. And the only way I could tell it's Andy is because I could recognize the Skyway Tough Wheels in there. But he's in the middle of the gate right there, right where it says Vitus, where it says plus. He's right about the S where it says plus. So that's where Andy's sitting. Let's take a look. Here we go. So Andy got out quick. Good speed jump over the first jump. We got a pile up to going through the first turn. So Andy's going to start pulling right over the doubles. He's gone. You hear the crowd though, guys? Andy's got a good speed jump going on over there. Looks like there's a little set of doubles in the back. There he is. He is way ahead of everybody. He's like an obstacle ahead of everybody at this point. And then Andy wins that European Championship. So that whole sequence is awesome. Like I said, just listening to the crowd on that is what got me hyped up. Let's move on to something. We're still on Stunt A Biker's channel, and this race I have definitely reviewed. This is Tommy Brackens, wins the AA Pro in Paris Bercy 1985. And a couple things I know about this race. I once, at one point in time, I had asked Mike Miranda, I go, Mike, what's the most memorable place you've ever raced? And without hesitation, he said Paris Bercy 1985. Tommy Brackens agreed with him. Greg Hill loved this race. I think the only thing that everybody said that was kind of similar is they all kind of complained about the quality of the track. They said it was really soft and very mushy. And the cool thing is, the first time I've ever reviewed this race, I'd never talked to any pros. And now that, it's been 2 years later, I've talked to a lot of pros and former AA pros, world champions, Hall of Famers, that all tell us about their experiences at this particular race. So this is just the kind of the beginning stages. They're all getting into staging. There's a lot of fanfare, and what Mike Miranda had described was the crowd was just going nuts as these guys were getting on the gates because they're just rock stars to them. You can see Eddie King there, Brian Patterson. They got the JT helmets on, really cool gear. There's Greg Hill. Greg's got his all GHP gear on. I'm wondering why Greg looks like he's got a sweatshirt on underneath his jersey. I wonder if it was cold in there or something. There's Scott Clark, all factory red line. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. It looks like we got a Scorpion rider right next to Scott. And then there's Eddie King right there. The Diamondback gear is just so cool, man. Look at that. He looks like a stormtrooper. I think that's Sean Texas on the very outside. There's Tommy Brackens right there, factory GT. That's Toby Henderson next to him. Everything's in French. Lots of JT helmets, man. Now, like I said, I know I've looked at this race before, but we're doing it anyway because this is so cool. Let's go. So Tommy's going to get out pretty quick here. We got Tommy sitting one. I see Greg sliding in second. Oh, we lose two riders, including Scott and the Scorpion rider. Greg is going to get alongside Tommy. Oh, Tommy's got the inside line. So Tommy's going to hang on. Oh, we lose Greg. Eddie gets in the second. And it looks like Brian slides in the third. Oh, no. Greg is still in there. I think he's sitting four. There's Toby. Oh, Eddie's gaining on Tommy. But Tommy's going to lock that down. Great race. 1985 Paris Bercy. Okay, guys, this one's hard to see. It's hard to see. But it's 2010. We're at Chula Vista. This is the Supercross finals. So Nick Long is going to win this one. I can't tell who's who. I can't hear the announcer, but the racing is super chaotic. I just know that Nick ends up winning it. Let's take a look. Look at the size of the ramp. This is kind of the beginning of it all. So we got the rider in first. He's not going to be there for long because things are going to start happening. Because the rider in second is going to start moving in now. Oh, over the berm jump. Here he comes. Oh, he hit him. Over the berm he goes. Now we got like a three-way battle. I think that might be Willoughby out in front. Oh, and then Nick's going to swoop him. And I can't see because of these pop-ups, but that was awesome. This is another race I've already looked at, but this is Clint Miller winning of the AA Pro Main at the 1984 Australian BMX Championships. The cool thing about this is Clint's already the world champion. The reason I want to watch this is I'm actually going to interview Clint Miller on Sunday morning. So I'm super stoked. So I thought to myself, I probably should look at some Clint stuff, you know. Again, this is 1984, and it's awesome because the Kuwahara boys are going to go to work. You got Clint and you got Gary Ellis going at it in this race. Take a look. Again, I've watched this one before, but it's just so cool. I want to watch it again. Again, Stunt A Bikers channel. This is just the intro to it all. Okay, here we go. Let's go. So Gary got out a little slow, but he's going to power his way out in front. Clint has the inside line, and he slides underneath Gary. Gary's going to go swing back and try to high-low him right here. But Clint's got lots of pull. Clint had a lot of horsepower, man. Clint's a more compact, shorter rider. Gary's probably a little stronger. But Clint was a powerhouse. Yeah, let's go. Factory Kuwahara. Woo! Clint hangs on. But Gary was on him. Boy, that was an awesome race. The Kellogg's race has been done a lot, especially by me. I've probably looked at every last minute of the Kellogg's race, 1985. But this is Richie Anderson's win in round 5. And the reason that I like this race is because Tommy Brackens was so fast in the first straight, almost unbeatable. As soon as the sun came out here, the dude was blazing. But somehow, some way, the Skyway rider, Richie Anderson, gets past him. It's a great, great race. Let's take a look. Let's go. So right away, we see Harry gets a good start, but Tommy gets a great start. We got Richie sliding in the second, Eddie's in third, but Harry gets around Eddie right here, so he's sitting 3. But look at Tommy. Tommy's got a stranglehold on it. So as they go under the bridge, this is where somewhere Richie makes a move. There it is. So Richie gets past him, and oh, Harry goes straight down, face first. I know that hurt. Over the bridge they go. Richie takes a look over his shoulder and just, oh, smoked it. That was awesome. You could see when he came off that jump, Harry just kind of lost it. But such a great, great race.
How you got blood coming from your knee? What happened over there?
Well, we were going under the bridge and up towards the step jump, and I was in 3rd place right behind Tommy, and Tommy's front wheel clipped the jump. I don't know, I guess he was tired, and he hung a sharp right directly in front of my front wheel, which caused me to just, take the gnarly crash. And I went from 3rd to stone last. Like you said, I got blood on my knee.
Ouch.
And that was very painful, see? I could feel blood on my elbow, too. Well, like I said,
well, that was the end of that race, and it's like Tommy Brackens took the win on that one. Stu Thompson, Gary Ellis, Richie Anderson, Anthony Sewell, Harry Larry, Scott Clark, Geth Shooter. These were the overall points for this whole entire race series that they were doing. But Richie just did a phenomenal job in this race. That was just a great, great power move over Tommy, and Tommy was smoking it. I've seen, like I said, I've watched so many of these, and Tommy just he was just killing it. All right, guys, let's move on. All right, guys, let's do one more, because I'm getting kind of tired. It's Friday night. Tomorrow is Saturday at Dad's Ranch. You guys have probably seen some of those videos, so I got to go do some work tomorrow. But let's do one more, and I got to get this stuff edited. This is John Purse winning the AA Pro main event, 1996 NBL Grands. I've gotten to know John a little bit over the last few months. He was on the show, the BMX Experts podcast. He is such a funny dude, and he's got great, great race stories. We're going to be bringing him back on for sure. Okay, let's take a look.
And so does Keone Waller.
Got Kiyomi Waller. This is another race I've looked at, but again, I love it. Wade Boots. Let's go. NBL Road to Glory Series, Pro Main Event number 2. Let's go. Oh, so Jason Richardson gets the pop, actually. Let's go, Jason. Uh-oh, John slides in the second. He's on the hunt. Oh, here comes John. John slid by Dr. J. Rich. Hang in there, Jason. Good run, good run. All right, guys, let's move on. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this video tonight, but I wanted to share just a little bit of clips from the Tommy Brackens interview. We did this about 5 months ago on the BMX Experts podcast. We talked a whole lot about his GPV experience, his world championship wins, and I shared some images from him from some BMX magazines and went over them with him. Another guy we definitely want to bring back on. But let's just listen to a few minutes of this, and then we'll wrap up our night.
That the hotel we stayed in is nothing but BMX racers.
Yeah.
There. Just nothing. All the hotels around the convention center that we was racing is nothing but BMXers. It was just yeah, it was just so much fun.
I don't know if you can see it, guys, but in the background, Tommy Brackens has his World Championship GT jersey hanging right in the center. I see the Torker jersey. I see the Brackens jersey. I can't recognize the one on the left, but that's so cool.
I got a couple images, Tommy, I want to share with you really quick, if you don't
Yeah.
mind. All right, so this is BMX Action 1985 Murray World Cup, and a very rare picture of you
On
crushing
the
out.
cruiser. That's on the cruiser. Yeah, I have that framed in my wall. That bike, I don't know if it's Kevin Hall's bike or Dean LeBeur's bike. I can tell you a story about the cruiser.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool. I told Doc Schofield, was our team manager, I said, I'm gonna race cruiser. And he said, well, you never raced the cruiser. I said, I ran it once, I think it was, and I didn't like it. All right. In the Murray World Cup, that race, for some reason, I would do all the way great until the main event, and something always happens. Always happens. And so that year I said, I'm gonna race 3 classes. Right? And so
The Murray World Cup, guys, there was so much money involved.
Money that did it, because it's the Murray World Cup. Yeah.
yeah, because you get 10 grand for first place.
Oh,
Right? A five grand or 10 grand for first place, can't recall. But it was a lot of money. But the contingencies will surpass what you make in the pro in your pro class, in the pro purse. And so I ran the first moto, I ran Kevin Hall's bike. The second moto, I ran Dean LeBeur's bike. Okay, now Kevin's bike, I can ride easy because his gear is kind of easy like mine, my twin is. Dean LeBeur's ran like the hardest gear you can have on the bike.
Oh,
That's the way he rode.
Yeah.
And I jumped on his bike, and I'm not kidding you. It felt like my back popped coming out of the gate because I'm straining so much trying to get this thing moving. I was shocked I was in the lead in this thing.
In that image of you racing, are you on Dean's bike or are you on Kevin's bike?
I can't recall. I think that was Kevin's bike, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that was Kevin's bike.
That's
I have to ask Kevin. I have to ask Kevin.
I found that.
What's that?
Did you win the $5 grand?
No, heck no. I wanted to take him third in the pro money class.
that's still good.
That year, I think it was. Yeah. And then one year, the first time they had it, I was leading the pro class until the second jump when Brian tripled. I wound up, just when I hit the ground, I saw pedaling, the bike just looped out on me. I ride for power line.
Okay.
In the second year, I came, and I don't know what happened the second year. I just blew up the second year. And like, I keep thinking this track has just got me.
We'll stop right there, guys. So that video is great. I definitely recommend you jump over to the BM Experts podcast channel. I only give little samples of it here because I try not to take too much of the content from the podcast channel. But take a look at it again. BM Experts Podcast, Tommy Brackens. We've got so many legends that have been on the show, and like I said, we're going to be going with Clint Miller next on this Sunday coming up. We had Kurt Kasten on last week, and that video should be dropping this week as well. And we just had on. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we've had so many people. It's starting to blur. But anyway, go back to the channel, take a look at it. Me and Kevin have interviewed a ton of people at this stage. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you for watching tonight. Please like and subscribe. Sorry I got so into reviewing bikes that I almost forgot to look at some races tonight. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next week. We'll get into some magazines. I still got a whole lot of BMX Plus magazines to get into. And hopefully I can get some event footage as well. We'll see you guys soon.